Hello folks, today we're going to discuss hydro dipping, hydrographics. I do a little bit of it for one of the local stores. Don't do it a lot. It's kind of involved. If you ever seen hydro dipping on YouTube, they show them dip it and they pull it up and they show you and they go woo. That's not all there is to it. But let me take you along with me. Show you what I do. Come on, let's go. Hey folks, welcome to the Dark Hollow Garage. Okay, so we clean and prep the metal, and then we spray it with a paint called One Hit Wonder. It is specifically for hydrographics. And this print here is called Pine Country Camo. And this is what the customer always requests. Here's the film, okay, in its natural state. It's about as thick as the cellophane on a cigarette pack. And as soon as it hits the water in the tank, it starts to crinkle up. You hit the old timer on the phone, give her a minute of dwell time in the water, and then it smooths out. Then you spray it with an activator specifically for hydrographics, and it turns to glass. Now you're ready to dip. Okay, we just dipped it, and here it is, fresh out of the tank. Now, it has a film on it. It's called PVA, okay, and it's like a food grade animal fat. And that's actually what the ink of the print is stuck to. Now, after each dip, you have to clear out whatever's left over that's floating on the water. This is my homemade system where it shoots water from the right to the left, and it takes everything off the surface and goes through a filter on the left hand side. Okay, so now if your piece survives the dip, okay, sometimes it'll pull away from the edges, sometimes it'll just disappear. Okay, if it gets through the dip, it's time to rinse it. Now in the rinse tank, it also had, these tanks are heated. I'm sorry, I probably forgot to tell you that. They're heated. The water in them is heated. So we rinse it off in the rinse tank, and it's crucial in the rinse because you could lose the print again in the rinse cycle. Okay, let me show you the rinse tank. Okay, these are my heater monitors, okay? I'm only interested in the top number on both of them. Now this is a crucial point right here when you start to rinse these off, okay? We've got multiple shower heads on here. It's bringing down 90-degree water onto this film that's just been dipped, okay? So at this point, the reason this is happening is that animal fat, that PVA I told you about, it has to get rinsed off. It cannot be anywhere on the product any longer. So we have to rinse it. Now we'll blow them off with air to get the water off of them, but they have to sit out and dry, and I usually have fans blowing on them. So now they're going into the drying stage. Now, you may have picked up on the fact that there's still white showing on the edges on some of this stuff, okay? Let me explain what happens next that I like to do to it to give it a little bit of more focus, okay, on the print itself, okay? Because if you just hydro dip a big old slab of metal, it just, I don't know, it looks like a crazy mess, sure, you see the print, but it just doesn't look as good. So let me show you what I do next. I go ahead and I mix up water-based black enamel, and I paint the outer edges. Now on the bear, I try to do his head a little bit more black and his paws and along his back. And then on the deer oval, I will paint black all the way around the outer edges, okay? And sometimes in onto the trees a little bit. It makes your eye focus into the center of the actual art piece, in my opinion. I have done them in the past without the black around the outer edges, but they just look super busy. They just don't look as cool as they do with the black. Now after the black's on, I use my powder coat oven here, and I will put it in only on warm, the lowest oven setting it has. to just help cure the paint a little quicker. Okay, so if you've made it this far in a hydro dip project, you're now on the home stretch. You're pretty well good to go. So now it's time to mix up K2 clear, automotive clear, and give them 3 coats, and then let them sit and dry overnight. Let's look at the final product here. And here they are, clear coated, and they dry overnight, and then they're ready for delivery to the store that ordered them. And here's a photograph of one that's actually hanging in the store in Pigeon Forge. So that's my hydro dipping I do for the store. I'll pop in a couple of other pictures here real quick, show you some of the other stuff we've done in the past for that store. Now there's all kinds of prints that you can get. There's just literally thousands of them. Here's kind of a fall print. And of course you got the, what do they call it, diamond plate, steel looking print on, and the mechanical print here on the clock. That's actually my shop clock. That didn't go to the store. We got this fire camo here, which really, I mean, you'd have to see that one in person. It's pretty cool looking. I thought I would show you this. This is a busy week in the shop right here. This is powder coating. That's kind of what my week looks like by the time I deliver on Friday, a lot of times. Alright folks, well that's pretty much it. I just figured I'd give you a quick rundown on a hydro dipping session of mine, and if it gives you any tips, that's cool. I hope it did, maybe. But that's it for this one. I appreciate you coming in. I'll catch you next time.